Hello, Paul, and the most excellent community of developers. This is some kind of follow-up for the most excellent lesson number 11 of the Paul's series on Raspberry Pi and GPIOs for the moment. Well, I was somehow surprised and disappointed because it didn't work for me. And I had to do some research why it didn't work. Problem was that in Paul's case we had a RGB LED which was with a common cathode, so it was something like this. And a common cathode, which is minus here, and we had to feed with positive input here. But there are two types of RGB LEDs, and of course mine was the other type, and the other type is a common anode. So common anode, as you can guess, common anode will use a common positive. And that was my type here. So of course the circuit as it was proposed by Paul couldn't work for me, so I had two possibilities: either order another type of RGB LED or adapt the circuit. And of course it was cheaper and easier for me to adapt the circuit, and also some kind of reflection, and try to understand how we can do it. So in my case I plugged this on 3-volt output here, and negatives here will go on GPIO number 13, 19 and 26 here, which is pin number 33, 35 and 37. The idea is that here pin can be high or low, and we will start with high. When it will be high, there will be no difference of potential between the two, and when it is low, the voltage here will be around 0, so the current can flow in the right direction. That's the idea. Hope it makes sense. And I won't burn my board. It's not iced coffee yet, just cold coffee. And it's cold because it took me longer than I expected. So, what's next step here? Let's see the board. And I checked with the voltmeter, multimeter, just to understand how it works. Let's have a look at the code. I think the wiring is quite obvious here. And the code here, okay, that's it. Why is it changing this? So, no. I'm just trying to find the right angle here. So, as I said, this is the code for this solution with a common anode, okay, which is my case. So I take the red, green and blue pins here, 33, 35, 37. I define a tuple here, which is a kind of a list, non-mutable list here, because when you set up your channels, you can give a tuple as a parameter, an argument. And initial state will be high for all those pins. As I said, high state will be equivalent in our case to a non-signal. I'll just leave 5, so I had the time to take some measurements. With the voltmeter. Then I loop on the channels, and for each channel I will set the signal to 0, and then this pin will act somehow as a minus pole, because the voltage will be lower than the anode one. So, sleep 1 just to see something happen, and then back to 1 just to cancel the signal. And then after looping, I just activate both 3 channels, setting level to 0, which will activate all 3 channels, and then light up the 3 inner LEDs at the same time. Okay, let's have a look at this. So of course the colors are not as bright as in real life. Trust me, it's well bright and colorful. It's very nice. So thank you for watching, and see you soon for the rest of the homework. Bye.